thing, it is another. But how are we doing, good folk and good people? And welcome to the podcast. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. If you're watching on Facebook, hello to you. If you're watching on YouTube, hello to you. If you're watching on TikTok, hello to you as well. And if you're watching on my city, mymusic.com, Dre Montez, what up? Because I'm here for the people. This type of year, morning walks are important. But walking, period. Get out there. Especially if you're over 45, get out there and walk. Whether in a grocery store, mall, high school track, your neighborhood. But the fall leaves. Remember in school, as that project, you had to go out and collect as many leaves as you could and somehow create art out of that. And then the ones you were allowed to take home and the ones they're allowed to be put up in the classroom. That was pretty cool. I think about that every time I take the walk when the leaves and the trees look so damn good. Good times, good times, good times. Also, I like the weather. I like the weather this time of year. It is man friendly. No, it's layered clothing friendly. You know, you get not just shorts and t-shirts and flip flops. You get to put clothes on. That's what I like about this time of year. And my other favorite time of the year, it's family time this time of the year. Family time. Who's ready? Who's ready for some turkey? Who's ready for some turkey? Huh? Anybody ready for that? Anybody? Anybody ready for some turkey? Well, tomorrow, Thursday, November 20th, I will be at Outpost Coffee and Bricks at 4630 Lindell from 9 a.m. to 11. We're going to do some turkey talk. We're going to talk about our holiday movies. We're going to talk about giving you advice for you first-time turkey cookers. I got a list and everything for you tomorrow. So tune in to that tomorrow. Show up again, 4630 Lindell. Be sure you are there. But this is episode 568, people. Mm, mm, mm. We're getting close to 600. I don't know what I want to do for the 600. I don't know what will be good for the 600. Should we go somewhere? Should we bring a certain guest on? Or I don't know. I don't know. It's still up in the air. Still up in the air. Well, I don't think Monday Night Football let us down. Before I get into that, today's podcast topic is going to be sports team doctors. Sports teams doctor. A lot of people want to call me Dr. Dre. No, I'm not a doctor, but I have stayed at a Holiday Inn Express before. Always want to use that. But before we get to that topic of discussion today, a few things I want to get off my chest here. We're going to recap the Monday Night Football game with the Dallas Cowboys and the Vegas Raiders. I don't know if you ever played sports and dealt with the loss of a teammate while you were playing sports. We've all had loss in our family lives, but when when you play sports, that's a different type of bond. For the Cowboys to be on the road and the way they were treated by Raider Nation was remarkable, and the NFL. And them Cowboy fans showed up and showed out. But again, that was pretty special, the way they showed their love and appreciation of Mr. Neela that passed away with the Dallas Cowboys. But wow. I was amazed by everything that was done prior to the game being started. Now on to the game. Prior to the game, we found out the night before that a couple of Cowboy players were caught out past curfew in the casino. We'll get to my other point after that. Keep that in mind. They were suspended one play. Both of them sit out first play. Get on there here. We need you. Coming into the game, I didn't know what to expect really from the offensive line of the Cowboys. and their run defense. Didn't know. The Raiders, I really didn't know it. I can tell if they would play into the crowd, would this be it? We know what they have on defense. We know what they have on offense sometimes. That sometimes showed up for the Raiders. Alshon Jeffery only got 6 carries. How's that possible in the NFL when you have an offense like that? You're not getting your players involved that need to spark the fire to get that blaze going. I wasn't understanding the play calling, but then I can understand why, because the way the Cowboys' front defense was playing, they were always in the backfield. And we talked a bit about this on Monday's show, about the lack of effort in the offensive lines in the NFL over the weekend. And it continued. Dallas showed up and showed out. Dak looked good. The receiving core looked good. Jerry looked happy. The NFL looked happy and satisfied. The Cowboy fans they felt right at home. I bet the Raiders are tired of other people coming in their house acting like they live there. That's your home. Act like it. Now, the Raider fans, they know how to open up an NFL game. That opening with that sidewinder, with that Raider logo, with that light hit on there, woo, they know how to sell a game to you, don't they? They know how to sell a game to you. And that game was sold. It was a good game. Now here comes to the part I don't want to talk about. You get 2 players caught after curfew in a casino. Stay with me. The over-under was 49.5. What was in the score of that game? 33-16. What that equal? 3-3, 1-6. 3 and 6 is 9. There's nothing to carry. 3 and 1 is 4. 49. Gosh, dang it, we got another smart one. We got another one in here. So you telling me 2 players get caught at a casino after curfew. They're part of a team that wins 33-16. They had the ball 4th and 2 with 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Dak throws a perfect pass to a wide open CeeDee Lamb. You've seen the video. You've seen the video. NFL. You need to talk to us fans. You need to talk to us fans. It's getting so bad, they're doing it in the game of Uno. You heard what I said? A gambling ring in the card game of Uno. The game that is probably banned in probably 35,000 black families across the United States. You're not allowed to play that game in any black family household. No. That game will cause fighting words, car explosions, food poisons, fight down. No matter the age, you can get it. But gambling in Uno was part of a gambling ring. I told y'all, if we don't start paying these people $35 an hour, it's going to get worse. We must increase the peace. Speaking of the peace, LeBron James back. I'm not one of those guys. It's early in the year. I'm not going to pick out who I think going to the playoffs in the East and the West. It's not even Thanksgiving. An NBA player doesn't usually get caught cheating after the holidays. Then we can talk. Because that side chick lurking right now. A few questions with the NBA that I have. And all my people, part of the people that are affected by vision, whether you're legally blind, partially blind, or colorblind. NBA, get in here. Get in here. What the hell y'all doing with these floors? Who's part of the study group? Every NBA floor is a different fluorescent, neon, weird, under speculation color. Who did this? Don't get me started with the NBA jerseys. So now the NBA, each team has, 32 damn jerseys? Who's to blame? I want answers. I've never seen courts look like this I don't know what a 3-point line at, what a free throw line at, and I got a 4K. Who's to blame for that, NBA? You may go back to your sleep. Go back to your seat. I need the Zex group in here, please. These kid sports complexes, the cost. I ran across, you heard me right, kids, children under the age of 16, $3.8 million sports complex. What? I want to see these kids. I want to see these kids play. Who's to blame for that? These sports complexes, not for adults, not for teenagers, kids. Can you imagine how much it costs to play in these leagues? Where are these people getting this money from? I know the answer, Dre, they're getting funding. There's NIL. I don't want to hear that type of answer. See, that's today's answer. Parents from back in the day like, ain't no way in the hell. Who's to blame for that? Who's next on this group? Who's next? Okay. Uh-oh. Well, we got to talk about it. They talk about it in every holiday movie. It happens all the time. So we're going to do it right here on Who's to Blame the podcast. Before we get into that, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to the Wolf. Guys, think about this. If I would have done my marriage right the fourth time, I would be married today 13 years. 13 years. No, 11 years. 11 years. You got carried a one. Yeah, because it's 14 to 25. I would have been 11 years. 11 years. I would have made it 11 years. And if you're off today, enjoy your day off. Enjoy it. By the way, shout out to our title sponsor of our Monday and Wednesday and Friday show, also Montez at midday. My man Robert in Oklahoma City. Get well, brother. Get well. Get well. Back to what I was saying. This is talked about in every movie during the holidays. Every movie has this in there, but we're gonna get over it this year. We're gonna address the elephant in the room. Holiday cheating. It happens, people. Holiday cheating. Don't get caught. I'm gonna tell you this for the last time. There are cameras everywhere. Don't think just because she live in a bad neighborhood. You don't think she got a ring? Somebody's stashing something in those bad neighborhoods, keeping a camera somewhere. So don't think you're going to get away with cheating. It's not even safe for you to go to, let's say you're trying to cheat in an area you don't live at. You're not even safe there anymore. Not safe anymore. No. Don't do it. Just be truthful. Just tell the truth. Just look, I want to step out this holiday season. There she is. You just see how that go. We're going to baby step this. I don't want to see nobody getting caught holiday cheating moving forward. That includes New Year's too. We're going to start the year off right. We're going to start really, really slow here with Thanksgiving because everybody's going to get that question coming this week. Who you bringing to Thanksgiving? And then when you get there, well, who is that, baby? Hey. Again, we're going to woosah. Nobody is getting caught this holiday because you know why? Nobody's going to do any holiday cheating. After Valentine's Day, you're on your own. It's a new season. It's a new season then. We don't care then. You are on your own then. But until then, your boy Dre Montez is trying to help you. Help me help you. Well, this is what I call the trap weekend in sports. Trap weekend in sports. The reason I say that, there's some matchups this week, starting with tomorrow with the Jets Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. The way Josh Allen playing and the way that defense and offense rocking and rolling, I feel you. I feel you. But divisional matchup, strange things happen, and it's a Thursday night game. The points scare me. The point spread scare me. I'm so nervous, I'm going to wait to check the weather. But as of now, and I like me some Tyrod Taylor, as of now, give me the Buffalo Bills. But don't tell you it's trap game. Trap. I'm going to call out all trap games on Friday's show of Montez at midday. But today here, we're going to congratulate Mr. James Franklin, got his new job with Vitech just in time for the holiday season. Mm-hmm. And you know how I feel about television. If you haven't seen that Eddie Murphy documentary and you call yourself an Eddie Murphy fan, watch it. If you're a young, inspiring filmmaker, if you're doing podcasting, live streaming, if you're doing anything on the internet or you want to, just check it out. Just inspiration comes from everywhere. Everywhere. I think that's why people watch and walk in the neighborhood so early. Well, for one, it gets dark at 3:30. So an hour after I get home from here, it's dark. Where's that logic at right there? But that Eddie Murphy movie, it is it's a job well done. They didn't go too far, didn't go too deep, stayed on point, stayed on topic. It was very well appreciated for sure. Well, last week, there was a lot of debate going on in the world of Major League Baseball on the MVP situation. Aaron Judge won it. Shohei Ohtani won it. Did you have a problem with them two winning the MVP of Major League Baseball? And then with that being said, we also got some new names added to the list to possibly make it to the MLB Hall of Fame. I'm just reading the list. Don't shoot the messenger. Just reading the list. Cole Hamels. He had good hair. Good hair. Ryan Braun. Alex Gordon, good speed. Shihi Cho. I think that's how I said it. Rick Porcello. I liked him. Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp used to date Rihanna. See, we not only tell you names, we bring facts too. I met this young man when I used to drive the golf cart during Cardinal games. Hunter Pence. That is the most interesting, and he has a son right now that's pursuing a professional baseball career as well. But Hunter Pence was very, very approachable. He was real, and he was damn funny. On the field, on TV, there's no telling what Hunter Pence would do during a baseball game. The guy was comical, I swear. But Hunter Pence is on the list as well. Edwin Encarnacion, his brother played here for the Cardinals, and we know that story. Daniel Murphy. Howie Kendrick, good dude. Nick Markakis. Some good names on there, but the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. It's like trying to date your best friend, not trying to sleep with your best friend. It's impossible. It's impossible to get in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. You got to dot your I, cross your T. They checking what you did off the field as well as on the field, then measure you up to people that haven't played in 85 years. That's the logic of the committee. And the writers, none of them ever played ball, not a one. But they're good with a typewriter, a keyboard, and a pen. Major League Baseball is hard to move up once you get involved, and it's hard to get into Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. It is. I think it's one of the hardest sports to get into the Hall of Fame. I think it's one of the hardest sports to play professionally. But to get into the Hall of Fame, in Major League Baseball takes a long damn time. Now, this is my list, not your list. Got check time here on what I think the NFL top 10 is. I got Phillies, the Patriots, the Rams, the Broncos, the Colts, the Bills, Seattle, Green Bay, the Lions, and the Bears. That's what I have. That's what I have right there. This touchdown situation between the Buffalo Bills quarterback and Matthew Stafford is insane. Josh and Matthew are going at it. The Denver Broncos total sack right now is at 49. An NFL record was set by the Bears in 85 with 72. Do you think Broncos can catch that record? That right there was a rundown and what happened. NFL recap Monday, as well as a little topic of discussion about what's going on in the NBA, the floor situation in New Jersey. LeBron is back only 7 times in his NBA career. He has had more assists than points. What else did we see? And the fact that this college football ranking situation, can we let them finish or get 1 week before? There's still a lot of teams that don't have that many big games left. So if they don't win this weekend or next weekend, that list is going to change drastically. There you have it. Well, boys and girls, welcome to Who's to Blame the Podcast, episode 568. And today's topic is sports team doctors. It's like the past 5 years, I've really paid attention to injuries. Really paid attention to injuries. How the injury occurred. What the information we've been told. When the player comes back. Or there's a hesitation in the player come back. And then I took a pause and I looked at the past 10 years in all of sports. From the stories that we've been hearing about in the NBA, about team physicians. We've heard an NHL story a few times. MLS a few times. Major League Baseball, NFL. It goes all around. It's like when we see a doctor, we think all doctors know what they're doing. We think everybody goes to medical school and come out of there, they know what they're doing. We think that, but we don't think that about lawyers. But doctors, we trust them with everything. So in my process mind, who's to blame? When a player gets injured in a game, who's evaluating the injury right there? Who told you right there? Who diagnosed that? So now we got to figure out after a couple hours or the next day, let's take a look at it. Let's diagnose what really happened. Okay, there is an injury here. What is injury? Okay. Will we need surgery? Okay. Am I allowed to get my own doctor? So I have questions like that. Do I have to be a veteran, or can I be a rookie? I mean, what is the conversation like when I get hurt as a professional athlete? Am I allowed to use my own physician or outsider? Can I use my own money to pay for surgery, or do I have to go through you guys? Okay, let's say I go through you guys. Whatever sport I'm in, I go through this process. I do everything I'm told to do. Rehab is going, everything is going fine. They tell me, okay, you be ready to play. But you know something's not right. Something's not right. But you the star. Team needs you. Fans need you. Family needs you. You go out and play. That's right there. That's one. And the other one are the team doctors that the players never see. This is supposed to be the team doctor, but I'm seeing other physicians. I'm not seeing the main one. And then we're hearing misdiagnosed. We think just because these doctors are with these sports teams, oh, they must be the best at it if a sports team hires them. You hear what happened to Sidney Crosby? They misdiagnosed him. This man had a broken neck. How do you misdiagnose that? They're supposed to be the doctors. The doctors. So when these players have these injuries, is there more conversation with the doctors, the team physician, the player, or you're not talking to the player? Where's this data coming from? Who told you an ACL is 4 to 6 weeks? Who told you that? Who told you a broken clavicle is 8 to 12? Where did this come from? Because in the real world, I don't know anybody that has torn their ACL, MCL, ICL, PCL that was out 4 to 6 weeks. And they all had good jobs. They were out 6 to 8 months to a year. And there's no way that all these athletes that get hurt are doing exactly what the doctor told them to do. Stay off your leg. Yeah, right. Keep your arm in there for 12 hours a day. Yeah, right. Nobody listens to their doctor. Better yet, who goes to the doctor? But when it comes to the sports team doctor, the diagnosis of the injury, the analysis of the injury, who's doing the surgery, what am I allowed to do when I'm diagnosed with this type of injury? What is the timetable? What's the turnaround on the surgery? Why I need the surgery now? Why I got to wait till the offseason to have the surgery? Why can't I do it now? And there was a hiccup in the injuries, especially with the Joel Embiid, Paul George situation. That right there was red flag number 9,000 for me. The verbiage when players get hurt, to us finding out what the injury is, to us finding out how long they're going to be out, to us finding out, oh, they're in rehab now, to us finding out when they're actually going to come back and there's a hiccup. Who is the hiccup on? Did the player do something wrong in rehab? Was the player misdiagnosed by the doctor? Where the doctor at? What's his name? There was a young man in college basketball 2 weeks ago. Got hurt in the game, pulled his hamstring. They didn't have a full staff, medical staff. They're dragging this man off the court, dragging him because they didn't have a medical staff. What's the grievance on that? We complain about the players and they get hurt. Oh, he hurt again. Was he misdiagnosed the last time? Was it a full recovery? Was the surgery done right? Did they leave an instrument in there? Because there's no way all ACLs are 4 to 6 weeks. What? How's this dude, Scatterbo, shatter both his ankles in a way that nobody's ever seen before unless you watched a cartoon back in the day? Is out like there's no problem. I want the sports team doctors and the medical staff, when they announce injuries to the player, show us the project, show out the diagram on what happened. Explain us the process of the surgery. Point to the person who's going to be doing the surgery. Who's in charge of rehab? What's involved in rehab? There's been too many injuries. The game has gotten faster. The players have gotten stronger. The NBA has gotten so fast. These kids are not as bulky. They're more lean, but not with muscle. Are those doctors prepared for that? I could not just let my child play sports today as a parent with so much unavailable information to the masses. I'm going straight to the source. Who the team doctor? Come here, baby. Sit down here. How long you been practicing medicine? What school did you go to? What's your specialty? How many is on the staff? How close is the hospital? Is there one on campus? Is there one in the arena? Because the way these injuries are happening in the healing time, the way the medical field has advanced and come so far in the past 5 years, the technology in the medical field has come so far in the past 2 years. Every doctor's not going to get it right. I'm not blaming the doctors. I'm just saying I have questions on the treatment of the athlete. What are the options for the athlete when they get hurt? In the collegiate level, the professional level. What are the options? Must I go with the team doctor every time I get hurt? We're hearing way too many stories about the medication process of being hurt in the sports field. Are they overdoing it? You had a young man pass away, former NFL player Kenny Easley of the Seattle Seahawks. Number 45, look it up. Don't want to go deep into it, but two things in NFL don't want you talking about. But when these players get hurt, are they really thinking of the process of the medication that's involved? It's a painful thing to recover. It's very painful. But at the same time, is the diagnosis, the procedures, the explanation, and the analysis all being done the proper way? That way, in 5 to 7 years, why are you still limping, LaMarcus? Devontae, what's wrong with your arm? There's something going on there. And they're supposed to have the top medical staff while they're playing. Now, we know when they're done playing, that's another story. Who's to blame? That's a story I want to do, but that's way over my head. I would love to get a former executive with the NFL on that topic, but until then, we're just going to keep it barbershop style. But I have huge concerns when I see an athlete go down. The first thing I look at is who touching him. Who is that? And matter of fact, who in that damn tent? They said coach is not allowed in the tent. What did the Giants coach do, Brian Daboll, when Jackson Dart got hurt? What did he do? He went in the tent. I want to know who's in the tent. They say that there's a top medical official on the field of every NFL team. And they have now increased that since what happened to the Buffalo Bills player a couple years ago, which I understand that. But at the same time, when somebody falls, hit their head, what they tell you? Don't touch them. Look how many people touch these athletes when they get hurt. And most of them do what? Fall, hit their head. But they tell you not to touch these people. But look how many people putting their hands on your baby. The evidence is there. They show everything else in replay. Show me the medical staff. If I go out and get hurt today, matter of fact, they telling Aaron Rodgers, Aaron, since it's on your non-throwing hand, they're gonna put a hard cast out there and go out there and play. Is that the right diagnosis? Don't worry about that. It's not on your throwing hand, it's on your non-throwing hand. Did the doctor say that? Did a coach say that? What doctor would tell an athlete that, let alone a professional athlete? Is the hunger to win is more greater than caring about the player? The evidence is there. Who's to blame? The evidence is right there for us. I'm not saying what's right, what's wrong. I'm raising my hand in school like I always did because I got questions. Miss Jenkins, Miss Clifton, Miss Clifton, Miss Clifton. It's not making sense. Like all the injuries in the NBA, all those lower leg injuries, why are they happening, Dre? Miss Clifton, Miss Clifton. The plays are much faster. The ball goes up and down court in the NBA. Last year was the fastest time in 35 years, they said. How many shots they get off per game is up in numbers they've never seen before. They don't set and run plays. And these shoes, don't get me started on the shoes. Just because they look nice don't mean they feel safe and can support what you do for a living and to make your money. Uh-huh. We're always looking for style. What a support. What a comfort. Huh? Where's that at? But those are the questions I have for sports team doctors. Show me on the chart in order what happened when a player goes down with an injury. How do we handle this? What goes on in that locker room? What's going on in that tent? You got cameras everywhere else. Let us in on it. How much that gonna cost us? $2.99 a month? Who's to blame? They make a lot of money off of us. Let us get what we want. I'm here for the people. You have to be at some point because they keep leaving us out in the rain, guys. But that right there is how I feel about sports team doctors. And I get it. If you're paying an athlete millions of dollars to do their job and they're hurt, you let them full recovery, a recovery good enough to play. Who's saying that? Is the doc saying, well, is he going to the coach first or the player first? Huh? Where we going, huh? I've seen Willie Beeman. Huh? I've seen it. I see what they did. Do they go to the coach first or the player first? Son, you tore your fibula. Or do they go to coach? Well, I'm not going to tell him yet. I'm just going to keep his head laid down and shoot him up a little bit. He should be good to finish the game, right? Yeah. What they put in movies, they don't tell the truth, but it's in there. It's you can tweak it on out. When is the concern going to be for the player? When is it going to be there? Who's to blame? The podcast, episode 568, Sports Teams Doctors. Little recap earlier what we touched on a little bit. That I understand kids need something to do and a place to go. But these high school stadiums, these basketball arenas, these kids are going to college. The college crowds are much smaller than what they played in high school. I'm not just talking about in Texas no more either. It's coming. These powerful groups they're putting together to get what they want is remarkable how they do it. I don't know if it's legal. I don't know if it's another way of bullying people to get what they want. I don't know. But these complexes that these kids play in, it's remarkable. These high school fields, the locker room, the weight room, the training facility. It's a whole new level out there right now. Whole new level. Some of us are caught way off guard, and others are like, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Dre. But we're going to talk about it next Friday a little bit more in depth about giving you information that I think needs to be shared here in this Midwest region of where it can reach here in the MyCityMyMusic.com ears, talking about financial responsibility and NIL. A few guests on, that's their specialty, that they're really involved into it. They're more knowledgeable than me at it than I am. But we're going to share the information to the people. So if you got a little baby son of a bitch on that track, that boy, that girl about to get that money, and you want to do it the right way, I suggest you tune in next Friday. But I'm going to keep sharing the information all of next week, because next week you got family coming to town or you going out of town. But in the meantime, don't forget what I told you. Talk to your baby when they come home from college, especially them ones who've been gone away from home for the first time. Watch the body language. Watch everything. Watch their body language. See how much they have changed. Pay attention. Damn the parties. Damn that building. How you doing, baby? So you can talk to me about anything. Talk to them. Talk to your kids this holiday season. But again, if you have not seen that Eddie Murphy documentary, wow, what a work of art. Work of art. I don't think there's nothing I could tell you to spoil it, but I'm not that type of person anyway. But it's a damn good documentary. So good, in fact, it's like that movie Thelma I watched. I watched Thelma 10 times. The lady in the little scooter. That woman solved her own crime. You steal from senior citizens, they find out you did it. Oh my God. They coming to get their money. They coming to get their money. I watched Thelma 10 times. I'm going to watch Eddie Murphy again when I leave the studio today. Again tomorrow, Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., I will be at 4630 Lindell in the Central West End of the Baylor Hotel at the Coffee and Bricks place. It'll be a good time tomorrow. We'll have coffee and conversations and talk about turkey. We're going to do some turkey talking. I'm going to give you guys tips if it's your first time cooking a bird. It's your first time cooking a bird, you will be able to see what I'm talking about tomorrow. So that will be going on tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. No rest at all for Dre. Who needs rest? Huh? Who needs that? Huh? We got stuff to do. So I will be there tomorrow. So looking forward to that. There's an action-packed night of women's college basketball. So I know it's early, but still, you may find a few matchups and players you want to check out for sure. Also, footnote before we get out of here. Why is it in college football? You finally get a coach in there who's giving you a winning formula in the last 60 years. And the first thing people bring to mind, he's leaving. Why? Why you put it in the air? Oh, Lane Kiffin's going to leave Ole Miss. First of all, I think it should be illegal for you to approach a college football coach that's having the type of season that Ole Miss is having about a damn job. You talk to me after the season. You want to respect me and my players and the fans, this alumni. You approach me after the season. Yeah? No, we're not doing this right now. No, we're not doing this right now. I think that's the most disrespectful thing to be approached about a coaching job. And you're doing something with a football program that hasn't been done in 60 years. It's like you walking with somebody, holding hands, you running somebody you ain't seen in a long time, but they know your ex. And they say, well, hey, what Chris said? Disrespectful. But you have people like that out there. You have people out there don't honor what they do. They don't honor what they do. They just doing it to be doing it. There are people out there like that. Who's to blame? We got to stop it. We got to stop people like that. I don't know how, but we're going to figure it out. I still have my suspicions on that Dallas game being 33-16. It's 49 points, and the over-under was 49.5. CeeDee Lamb was allegedly in a casino the night before. No, that was him, Dre. And he dropped an obvious touchdown. Brings to mind that he get himself in financial trouble at that casino the night before, had to cover what they say, your ass. Who's to blame for that? And also what I don't like, we are so critical of everything in every sport. You're allowed to make a mistake. It's okay. You're going to be all right. You're going to be okay. Sometimes it's just fine to sit there and not say nothing. Sometimes that's the best remedy to do. I'm finding it out myself. When you don't say nothing, I'm telling you, when you don't say a word to people, just sit there and take it on in. Okay. Well, they know what they talking about. No damn well they don't, but we take it, what they say, with a grain of salt. Well, boys and girls, children of all ages, we'll be back here on Friday with another exciting episode of CertaPro Painters Presents Montez at Midday. I'd like to thank you for tuning in and listening to Who's to Blame the Podcast, episode 568. Do the best you can do. Don't worry about other folks, because your life is about you. As they say in the hood, I'll holler at you later. And to the rest of you, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out. See you later, StreamYard. Woohoo!